What would you do if the government decided to take your property, ruin your livelihood, and destroy your community without your consent? Hi, I'm Roberta Pieczenik, and I've written a feature screenplay called Without Consent that won the 2009 Grand Prize in the AAA Screenwriting Contest sponsored by Creative Screenwriting Magazine. It's a David and Goliath story set in the 1940s about one Indian fighting the federal government. It's based on a true story that happened on the Fort Berthold Reservation in North Dakota in the 1940s. I have an option on the book called Coyote Warrior, nonfiction book, and a life rights agreement with a very important character in the movie. And I plan to be one of the producers of the film. It's a great story. It has epic proportions. I liken it to a 20th century Dances with Wolves, except that in this case, Kevin Costner's not the hero, but the Native American is. And this film will change the stereotype of Indians on film. It's a story of Martin Old Dog Cross, an articulate, educated, Native American tribal chairperson, married, prosperous rancher, married to a Norwegian homesteader and has lots of kids, and he's living on the most prosperous tribal land in the United States at the time. Everything's going very well until he finds that the government is deciding to take his land, to build a dam that will flood out not only his ranch, but 200,000 acres of the best ranching land in the United States, submerge 6 towns, and basically scatter his tribe all over America. The story revolves around, is Martin able to stop the dam from being built? Most of Act 2 finds Martin going back and forth between the reservation and lobbying in Washington, D.C. In the process, unfortunately, his family deteriorates, his farm begins to fail, and tribal support disappears. In the end, Washington wins. It's a land-greedy Congress with a point man from the Army Corps of Engineers, and there's a flood. A dam is christened in 1954, and the end of Act 2 is a huge flooding of logs, houses floating downstream, animals abandoned, waves crashing, breaking their legs, and Martin and his family forced to move on top. In Act 3, his young son comes back, who has been forced to almost live in a chicken coop, electrified for a few years when their family moves on crappy lands on the plains. He comes back with a Stanford University degree in hand, Yale Law School degree, and a great deal of determination to not only vindicate his father, but to win back the rights and the dignity of his tribe. It ends with Ray White Duck Cross looking up at the Capitol building, ready to mount the stairs to sign a just compensation act awarding the tribe hundreds of millions of dollars for the unjust taking of its land by an illegal act of Congress. It is a tremendous story, and it has to be filmed in Montana. Number one, believe it or not, the tribe, even though they are in North Dakota, came from Montana territory. Number two, very important, is the Cross family is now woven into the fabric of Montana. Ray White Duck Cross is an esteemed professor of law at the University of Montana in Missoula. His sister, Carol Juneau, is a Montana state senator since 2007. She's a small child in my script. And her daughter, Denise Juneau, who is Ray's niece, is the first Native American elected woman to an executive position in the state. She's your current state superintendent of public instruction. This is now a Montana family. Number 3, 95% of the locations I need for the film are here in Montana. The Montana Film Office did me a great service last year, broke down the script into the locations I need, and I find the prairies, the river walks, the vistas, the rodeo arenas, the State House. 95% of all my locations are here. And number 4, this is my house. I'm filming, sitting in my house. I love it here. I want to promote Montana filmmaking here. I have friends who are directors, casting people, shooters, organizational heads that are pushing for Indian rights, cultural rights. I would love to shoot in Montana. So if I win the contest, I am prepared to use the $20,000 in film equipment and services to create a phenomenal trailer that will be the basic marketing piece to raise money for this film. Both the trailer and the film will be set in Montana. Thank you for listening.